Hi Sharks! Our company is called Woosh, which is a wind energy startup, and we wanted to tell you more about our wind energy and why it is the best renewable resource and how it will help our environment.
Most commonly, energy systems generate electricity using large windmill turbines. Wind turbines are made from raw materials such as iron, copper, and other metals that involve greenhouse gases and pollution when they're mining process. In this process, wind turbines convert the kinetic energy, which is the energy of motion, from the wind into mechanical power. And then the mechanical power, or the generator, can convert this mechanical energy into electricity. So basically, the wind turns the blades of the turbine, which connects to the generator and makes electricity. Wind is a renewable resource. No matter how much wind is used, we will always have the same amount in the future because wind is naturally replenished. Wind energy is a clean, non-polluting source of energy, so there are very little harmful byproducts from wind energy, except for the fact that with an increasing amount of use of wind turbines, this requires a higher usage of raw materials such as iron and copper. So the waste byproducts of wind turbines are mostly those that result from the manufacture, maintenance, and installation of the wind generation equipment. California produces a large amount of the world's energy. One of our most common sites is in Palm Springs, where there are over 3,000 wind turbines.
Hi, I'm your environmentalist, and I'm here to talk about how wind would affect the natural environment. The great thing about wind energy is that it is renewable and affordable. Regardless of how much energy we use, we still have an unlimited amount of wind power. It is the fastest growing energy source, and not only it is affordable, but it is also convenient. It's modular in the sense that you could put up a few windmills to power a home, or many to power up a city. Wind power does not release any harmful waste to the environment and does not contribute to global climate change. There are some consequences to using windmills, such as they could kill birds and would destroy some natural habitats in order to create land for equipment, pads, and roads, and it could impact an area's scenic resources. But with all things considered, in the future, wind power is the direction we need to move in because it doesn't raise any concerns to public safety and health. It's affordable and renewable and doesn't release any toxins to the environment and doesn't consume any natural resources that cannot be renewed. The only three electric grids we have are for wind are in the east, west, and in Texas. So in the future, we must figure out how to connect these grids for wind energy to be readily available all over the country.
So when was this energy source first discovered or utilized? Since early recorded history, people have harnessed the energy of wind. Wind power propelled boats along the Nile River as early as 5000 BC. By the 11th century, people in the Middle East used windmills extensively for food production. Returning merchants and crusaders carried this idea back to Europe. When settlers took this technology to the New World in the late 19th century, they began using windmills to pump water for farms and ranches and later to generate electricity for homes. The shortages of the 1970s changed the energy picture for the U.S., shifting the interest to alternative energy sources such as wind power. Where in the U.S. or other countries is this energy source being used? The top 10 countries using wind power are China. Second is the U.S. and mostly in Palm Springs. Third is Germany. Fourth, Spain, India, then Italy, France, Canada, Brazil, and lastly Denmark. How easy would it be for our community to begin using this energy source? It would be relatively easy. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the cost of wind energy has come down 85% in the last 20 years. As of 2010, top performing wind farms in areas with excellent wind resources had costs averaging about 7 cents per kilowatt hour, making wind the most competitive source of non-hydroelectric renewable electricity. Also, major federal incentives for wind energy include a tax credit for the power a wind turbine generates over its first 10 years of operation. How much energy is currently produced using this technology? Though wind power has increased substantially since 1970, it constitutes only a small fraction of U.S. electricity supply. In 2013, wind power accounted for 4.4% of all electricity generated in the U.S. So how has this technology affected the lives of people who use it? It's a clean fuel source, so it doesn't pollute the air like power plants that rely on fossil fuels do. And finally, wind turbines can be built on existing farms or ranches, and this greatly benefits the economy in rural areas where most of the best wind sites are found.
Hi, wind energy is extremely cost competitive. Lazard, a financial advisory firm, created a study that compared wind energy to other sources. The study concluded that onshore wind has the lowest levelized cost at $59 per megawatt hour, while coal plants averaged $109 per megawatt hour. Levelized cost is calculated by taking the lifetime costs, which are construction, financing, fuel, maintenance, taxes, and insurance, and dividing them by the system's lifetime expected power output. Coal plants require more fuel and maintenance than wind turbines, so their costs will continue to increase as fossil fuels become scarcer and wind energy remains prevalent. In the long run, wind energy will continue to become cheaper as more efficient technologies produce, so that is why we need your money and connections to help us widely produce wind turbines and help the U.S. economy. According to Windustry, a sustainable energy solutions company, the initial startup cost is about $3 to $4 million for a 2 megawatt turbine, which can power about 200 homes. It will help reduce the amount of carbon dioxide released in the atmosphere. According to Energy for Me, an energy education website, it claims that one modern wind turbine in the United States could prevent 1,500 tons of carbon dioxide from being released each year. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, in 2014, the wind sector invested more than $8 billion of private capital in the U.S. economy to build turbines, and those projects employ more than 73,000 workers. The Wind Vision report believes that by 2050, there is a potential that 600,000 jobs will be supported by wind companies in manufacturing, installation, maintenance, and supporting services. It is important to our environment and our economy that the United States makes a switch from renewable resources, mainly wind energy, and Swoosh wants to contribute with your help.